Hello students, today we are going to discuss the topic coordination in plants. Now just like other living organisms like human beings and other creatures big or small, there is always some level of coordination which is very important. So in case of plants, basically we divide this coordination into two types, that is directional and non-directional. Now when we actually talk about coordination, we come back to an important fact, and that is movement. For example, we take instance of a human being. If a human being gets a stimulus, that is an environmental change, a trigger, that there is a fire. So the eyes will receive this message, and this message will be conveyed to our muscular system, and our legs will help us to move away from that situation, right? Similarly, if we touch something hot, we withdraw our hand. So movement is an important thing related with coordination, right? So same thing is happening in plants also. When we talk about coordination in plants, then it involves two types of movements. The first type is directional movement, and then there is non-directional movement. Now, when we talk about directional movement, it means the movement is directed towards or away from a particular change in the environment or a particular stimulus. Okay? And when we talk about non-directional movement, then we mean that is the movement of the plant in response to an environmental trigger or stimulus which is neither towards the stimulus nor away from stimulus. So first I will come to this non-directional movements in plants. So these movements are also called nastic movements. Okay? Now you all must have seen Chui Mui plant. Now Chui Mui plant, Mimosa pudica, right? That is the botanical name. Now what actually happens is, if you touch a leaf of this plant, immediately the leaves will fold. Now, is the message being conveyed? Yes. Why? Because you just touched one leaf and you will witness that all the leaves are folded. Now this particular response has been communicated from the point of touch to the distant part. Okay? So what is actually involved? Here by touch, turgor pressure is changed. Turgor pressure, by turgor pressure we mean the pressure inside the leaves due to water, that is the cell, because most of the part of any organism is nothing else but water. Okay? So, how is this being conveyed? It is conveyed by electrochemical means. So, just like animals, plants also have electrochemical means of communication. Now, after some time, when the stimulus is not there, when the hand has been withdrawn, the leaves which have drooped, okay, drooping of the leaves. So, after some time, the leaves will again come to the initial position. It means that this is reversible. This is nastic movement is reversible, right? and it is a quick movement. Very quickly it happens. The moment you touch, the leaves get folded. And after some time, they again open up. So, non-directional or nastic movements, here no particular hormone is involved. It is only by stimulus like touch or any other stimulus, and this change is reversible and quick. And the most important thing is it is non-directional. Non-directional, it is neither towards nor away from the stimulus. Now we come to the other type of movements in the plants. Okay? Now the nastic movements are also not related to growth, but the directional movement is also called curvature movement. It is also called growth related movement, and this is irreversible. It cannot be reversed. Okay? And these movements are also called tropic movements. Right? So, this comes under the heading, we study this movement, that is directional or curvature movement, under the heading tropism. Now, for any response, there must be some stimulus. So, tropic movements or tropism is studied under the following headings. That may be phototropism, it may be chemotropism, it may be geotropism, it may be hydrotropism. Okay, so when we talk about phototropism, dear students, here the stimulus is light. In phototropism, stimulus is light. And in geotropism, the stimulus is gravity, okay, or the soil. In chemotropism, the stimulus, the trigger is a chemical, and in hydrotropism, it is water. Now, how many types of tropism is there? I hope you have noted it down. Now, tropism is of two types. Positive tropism and negative tropism. Now, what do we understand by positive tropism? Positive tropism means it is towards the stimulus. And negative tropism means away from stimulus. As I told you, in the nastic movements, no chemicals, no hormones are involved. But in tropic movements, in tropism, the chemical, the phytohormone, the plant hormone is definitely involved. And the name of this hormone is auxin. Auxin, which is a growth related hormone. Okay, now what we have to study is that what is the role of this hormone? How does it cause the movement either towards or away from the stimulus? Now, let me draw a plant for you. Let us say this is a plant, right? So it is growing like this. Now what we do is, we make sure that the light is coming only from this direction. So light is coming from this direction. Okay? Now there are two things. One is shoot or stem and other is root. Now you all know that roots bend away from sunlight, whereas the shoots bend towards the sunlight. So what actually happens? It is like this. When we block the light from other parts and there is only one direction from the light is coming and the shoot shows positive phototropism. Shoot shows positive phototropism. It means the shoot is to bend towards the light. Now, here comes the role of auxin. Now, the auxin will diffuse towards the shady side. So, you need to note down, in any case of positive tropism, in any case of positive tropism, may it be geo, may it be hydro, may it be photo or chemo, whenever there is positive tropism, that is the movement or the bending or the curvature or the growth towards the stimulus, auxin diffuses to the side away from stimulus. Auxin moves to the side which is away from stimulus. Now see, understand that this is the stem growing like this. Now auxin has moved to this side, right? That is the side away from the stimulus. The light is coming from this side. Auxin is on this side. So this side will grow more. When this side will grow more, this will grow less, then there will be a curvature. That is, the shoot will bend towards the stimulus. So what will happen? Slowly, and this will be a gradual movement. It will not be an instant movement. It will be a slow and gradual movement towards the light. Now what will happen to root? Root will start moving away from the light. So, positive tropism, that is movement toward the stimulus, auxin is diffusing to the side away from stimulus or the side opposite from the stimulus. But in case of negative stimulus, which is the opposite, auxin diffuses to the side towards the stimulus. Towards the stimulus. Okay? It is the converse of positive tropism. Now, auxin comes to this side. In this case, auxin was to the side which is away from the stimulus. So, auxin diffuses now. This is root going like this, but light is coming from this side. So, auxin comes in this side. This side starts growing much than this. Then there is curvature movement and the root bends away from stimulus. And this bends towards the stimulus. I hope you understood the topic. So next we are going to do another type of stimulus, that is geotropism. अब मैं क्या फिर ज़्यादा नहीं